Whoopoo!
Yeah. We are equal to, if not better than Conan O'Brien. Sorry, Conan, love you, but throwing down.
Oh. Woo! Come on up, everyone. Come on up. Hello, everyone. Oh, yeah. Woo, woo, woo. Yes. Well, yes. We've all been to the club at least once. Hello, everyone. My name is Fiona, and tonight I have the honor of introducing Trash Kingdom, an international super group. Super improv group. Yeah, we'll go with that. Made up of members from the Queen City community from around the world. My name is Fiona. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm zooming in live from London, Isle of Dogs, and I'm going to pass it over to Andy to introduce themselves.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Andy Faye from the Philippines, and I love dogs too. In fact, I'm eating.
Whilst I'm on the physical Isle of Dogs, Andy is surrounded by an island of dogs. So yes, that makes some sense. Andy, could you throw it over? Vera.
Hi, I'm Vera. My pronouns are she, they. I am dialing in from Liverpool, England. Liverpool's in the northwest, and I love one dog very much. I'm passing it on to Asira.
Hello, dog lovers unite. I'm Asira from India. She, her pronouns. I do not, unfortunately, have any dog pets, so I'll pass it on to Chris.
Oh, hello. Yes. The name is Chris, the pronouns she, they, the location Seattle. I share the same condition of being dogless. But something that is true of where I live is that it seems like everyone else has a dog. So I just kind of like low key stalk all the dogs. It's a good time. Throwing it back to Fiona.
Thank you. I want to point out, whilst I'm on an Isle of Dogs, I don't have a dog. So I feel like I'm accidentally misled everyone on this intro. But that's fine. That's fine. Kale, do we have any burning questions from the audience that they would like us to answer for this improv set? All right, the question is, what is your new favorite pandemic-related activity?
There is something about the wording of that question that makes me think it's not an activity someone started doing during the pandemic, but an activity like related to it, like a oh god, like a COVID board game.
I mean, there is a pandemic. I've got it somewhere in the back, but I'm not going to get it out because I'm sure we're not sponsored by them.
I'm thrown by the new. I'm like,
yeah,
as in like a recent thing.
I would assume so. I the one thing that comes to my mind is like wearing pajamas when you're working from home. But I always wore pajamas working from home anyway, but I guess now more people are working from home and therefore having like online meetings, and so have this new, smart, very casual, right? I always was like that, so not new. I would say that's my go-to. What about anyone else?
Well, I'm still stuck on the, oh my god, I don't understand English anymore. Like I feel that perhaps this is pandemic related in that in that I've forgotten how to speak to people
if it helps, we've had a clarification from Jamie saying, "Oh, I just meant since the pandemic, not pandemic related." Jamie, my answer remains the same. It is still wearing pajamas all the time.
Can I have a cliche answer. It's like online classes. Like before, I'm not. I want to learn, but I learn here in the Philippines. But when pandemic began and online classes emerged, especially in improv, like you can learn improv in UK all of a sudden, in US, and then in other parts of the world, and then you have like a team, wonderful team like this. It's just magical, So I think online presence and learning online.
But I don't understand how you're functioning on the lack of sleep, Andy. So Andy's in Manila, and that's 8 hours ahead of England and a million hours ahead of America.
I think Andy's just on Andy time. Whenever I see Andy, I'm just like, I don't know what time it is, but I'm sure it's Andy time. That's all I ever think.
I have my own daylight saving time.
But that's when you know you're late, because it's Andy time +1.
True. I was late because of daylight saving time. I once went into a class and I didn't notice that it's past 1 hour in the class. I was like, I thought it's check-in, and then they're all making scenes and stuff, and like, oh my god, I'm late.
I mean, it's happened to loads of people that.
This does make me think, like, about the concept of like making one change to make one aspect of things easier, which ends up making things much harder in another respect. And so, like, a thought experiment I do is like, what if we all had the same time zone? Like, if it was all 9 a.m. for us at the same exact time, but that meant that we all had radically different experiences of the time of day in relation to the sun.
So this happens in China. There is an official Chinese time, even though it spans a geographic area. I mean, I think locally people are like, fuck the actual government time, but it's But I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but I think officially there's a Chinese o'clock, and people, it must be so weird to go. I don't know whether it's imposed, like business hours are imposed, maybe, but that you can't. I mean, it seems mean, but it's a great experiment, because I guess that's what people in Scandinavia and the northern bits experience. You're like, it's 9 a.m. and all that kind of stuff. Let's do some scenes.
Yeah.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Okay.
News. News. Hey, alarm clocks.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for spending the night with me. Every night with me. I want to tell you I'm really sorry, because I know that like our relationship has been like so transactional.
And
you both are sentient, you know. You have souls and wants and desires, and I mean, I've been using you like very selfishly to like wake me up. You deserve to be known.
And
what's your favorite color?
Josephine, what's your favorite color?
Mine is that color that comes out when I breathe.
There's green air.
It's a good color.
What's your favorite color, David?
Thanks for asking, Josephine. My favorite color is the color of the dark, dark soul of night.
Oh, such a pretty color.
Yeah, sure. In honor of sharing, yeah, my favorite color is it's like the soft twinkle that one sees in the time between starting to wake up and officially waking up.
Josephine?
David, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking what you're thinking.
Maybe we should initiate them.
Yes. With the song? Okay.
Yes.
Awake, asleep, awake. You are now our friend.
That was so beautiful. I actually really, if it's okay, I love to wake up to Americana music.
Asleep, awake. We are your friend.
Edit. Okay, class, thank you for coming to this Zoom class. I appreciate, it's a difficult time, but well, I've got some well, I don't know who did this, but who wrote on my whiteboard that says teacher sucks? How did you, first of all, that's very rude. Also, how did you do that? This is a Zoom class.
Teacher, we see dead people.
Okay, Simon. So are you saying you saw whoever wrote on my whiteboard? Well, come on, Simon. You won't get into any trouble. I just want to know who wrote teacher sucks on my physical whiteboard.
At your back, there are dead people, right, guys?
So
Yeah.
many. Oh, so many.
Oh, I see red colored hat wearing. Just turn. Yeah.
Okay, you were playing a big teacher prank on me. Look, I know this is Zoom and everything like that, but there's nobody there. Okay? I don't
No, teacher, we read Samantha Rothstein like you assigned, and
right.
It's a type 7A ghost that's behind you.
Just turn back once more, teacher. Turn back. Yeah, that. Type 178B.
Miss Shelley can't see type 71AP.
I know.
Because she's an alpha spinner.
Oh. Yeah. Maybe that's why she sucks.
She totally sucks.
Hang on. I'm right here, girls.
Well, we're not right there with you. It's a Zoom class, so,
You could do this.
Look, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to go check out what is going on in whatever it is. If there is a ghost or anything like that, I'm going to see if it's one of you folks hiding for whatever reason. So I'll be back. Okay.
It's working.
Guys,
Oh,
but who wrote that? I did not write socks. I was supposed to write bucks, not socks.
oh,
We do love it.
you didn't do it?
No.
Hello? What? Who's? Hey!
Teacher Shelley! Teacher Shelley!
We thought we were playing a joke on you, but now we believe you to be in danger.
Oh no!
Somebody read up 170B characteristics of the ghost, please. Do they kidnap our teachers?
I didn't read that chapter.
Oh no.
They famously love transformer robots.
Oh my gosh, it's picking us off one by one. What did you say, Joelle? That they love what?
They love transformer robots. If teacher can find one transformer robot, she'll be saved. But
Can find what?
Edit. You know, where are they? Honestly, I just was waiting for them, and now. Well, I hope they're here soon, because I'm not paying for this, honestly. They're always, like, I said to them 9 a.m.
Right on time.
What time do you call this, Sammy?
9:01. Oh, sorry, that's 9:10. So, my bad. But right on time or 9:10, 9:10.
Oh my God, look, I don't care if you've just somehow managed to get like the copyright, all that stuff done for your own time zone, but not everyone recognizes it. Your time does not exist for me.
Are you just invalidating my existence? My time zone's existence, which is what I base my reality and life on, Samantha?
Well, I said 9 a.m. British Standard Time, summertime. I mean, I don't know what time zone I'm in. And what is that compared to you? It's whenever you feel like it. It's all relative, right?
Exactly. It's all what you feel. And I feel like it's 9 a.m. And that's how I formed my time zone. You know what? You should adopt my time zone and ditch the British Summer Standard Time.
I want us to do things together. Like, I've been really looking forward to this dinner, this breakfast for ages. But when you rock up late, I can't. We have to find a compromise.
True. I understand what you're saying, but you know, Samantha, sometimes it's how you feel about the time that dictates the time. And I sensed moisture more than it was there in the air. And as I walked in, and I thought I was on time, but then I realized it was not.
Tag out Fiona. Okay, so what we have found is that there is one winning lottery ticket. This is for enough money to take care of someone for the rest of their life. We can only give the winning lottery ticket to the person who is able to tell us exactly when they purchased it.
Oh, I know. I remember exactly when I purchased it. It was when the sun was at the zenith and the air was icy cold and there was 2 exact droplets in the air because it fell inside my mouth.
You seem whimsical, emotional, and descriptive. I'm looking for a time of day.
Exactly. It was that time of the day.
I'm looking for a 1 or 2 digit number, colon, 2-digit number.
Oh, I'll have to toss a coin then. 2-digit number, you said.
Based on your testimony, I can't give you the lottery ticket.
Tag out, Chris. Sammy, we literally had 30 seconds to defuse the bomb. Like, can you tell me what we need to do? Like,
I feel spring in the air and lavender flowing from that area. That means this is a good sign.
Right, but like, I don't know how much time we've got, and all the digits are going everywhere. And what wire should I cut?
Wire. Oh, hold on. I feel the air coming. The thunder. Oh, I sense heat coming from somewhere.
Heat's probably not a good thing in a situation.
Oh, I do see a bit of a spark as well somewhere.
Okay. Where's the spark coming from?
Oh, it's very close. It's extreme.
Yep. Quick! It's coming. It's like, I think we've only got 10 seconds.
Edit. Let's go back to the living room.
Woo-hoo.
That was tense.
I like the idea that Athera's time is always how you feel. I quite like that.
Yeah.
We had some other questions in. Should we have a look at those?
Oh my gosh, such good questions have come in.
Yeah. Thank you to the public.
I would suggest we take that last one, but we'll expand it to all board game pieces. So, because not many people might play Monopoly. So, what kind of Monopoly player or game player are you? Maybe like the pieces or tokens, perhaps. So the examples are given here, like thimble, iron, car, hat, dog, etc.
I don't play board games anymore, but what was it in? Was it Cluedo where or was it also Monopoly where they've changed pieces because these objects don't exist in the world anymore because we're the modern world now? So I think it's Monopoly, right? They don't have a thimble anymore because people don't know what a thimble is.
But that's ridiculous. What? I was going to say Cluedo. Then surely they have daggers and rope still somewhere.
I feel that this is true, even though I've heard it like probably just in a chat. It's not like I read it on the news or anything. Because you know how like children don't know what a telephone, like an old school telephone, looks like anymore. So they just don't recognize the object. So it makes sense that games would have different bits.
PCs, yeah. Yeah.
On the topic of stuff that used to be used in the past, I will confess that I was watching Never Have I Ever, and a grandmother was like listening to music on a Walkman, and the first thing I thought was, I want one. Because I love the idea of listening to music like without screens, without pop-up ads, but I also know that it's saying something to use the Walkman.
Oh, speaking of things that were used before, I was in this intergenerational online class called Zoomers to Boomers, and one of the questions in the class is, what is the thing that is so popular when you were like young? Because that class ranges from 13 years old to like 70 years old doing improv. And then the answers are really very nice because the older people, their answers is when the TV became white, I became colored from black and white. So I think I answered internet at some ways, and then the other participant also said like the telephone or the refrigerator or some things that you can with that you can see the vast the vast experiences of people and how it differs from generation to generation. Imagine answering like the colored when the TV became colored. I was like, oh, it was like how many years ago, and now every year there's new iPhone, there's new Samsung phone, there's new. What can the world offer? Maybe in some maybe in the future we'll have like vacations on the moon. We're not sure anymore. Time's fast.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like a future iteration of that kind of online class where someone's like, remember when people only went on vacation on Earth's moon rather than like Saturn's rings, or I don't know.
Yeah. I'm very cynical in the sense that I'm like, I don't think the planet's going to be around that long, but that doesn't mean that I'm sad about it. I just think, I'm like, yeah, everything's burning up. So I'm like, we won't have time to eat reminiscing. On that note.
Yes. Let's go back into scenes, folks.
Joe. Do you remember when we used to play with sticks?
Look, I appreciate the fact that you invited me to your front porch and you've poured iced tea. I don't see how there's really time for us to be socializing when everything is ending.
Well, the porch is a good place to watch the world on fire, don't you think? And iced tea is the refreshing drink. Joe, don't be like that, Joe. Cheer up.
Okay. You acknowledge that everything is terrible, so thank you for that.
Well, everything is dramatic. Everything's dramatic. I wouldn't say everything's terrible. I mean, we've got a good vantage point. Oh, look, that cow's on fire.
No.
Oh, Joe. Joe, cheer up.
We are in proximity, immediate proximity to something horrible happening, and we're not doing anything about it.
Joe, I feel that celebrating our aliveness in this moment. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm offering you some iced tea and some very, very good marzipan cake. Cheer up, Joe.
I'll confess. Initially I was worried about things that seemed like really far away from us. I mean, like, we know the oceans are rising, but you and I, we're here in Nebraska, we're so far from the ocean. We're far, but the cows need us.
Well, I mean, we could. Do you think they would like some iced tea, Joe?
I have to go help them. I'm sorry.
Edit. So you're telling me that I'm from the past and the future is bright? This is a lot to take in.
Take a deep breath.
I mean, I'm trying. I didn't realize that things would be so different. Like, I saw somebody literally walking down the road I thought talking to themselves. And then they were talking to somebody else that wasn't there.
Yes. We have souls connected via Bluetooth now.
Blue.
And it's not a tooth which is blue in color.
Oh, an easy mistake to make. I just... And then I saw people like they had these little boxes, and in the boxes they were taking, like, they captured my image. And does that mean they own it now for all of time? Have they taken my soul?
Perhaps. But we do own them. We do own them.
Look, I appreciate being put here in this. Like, I appreciate I didn't do a minor freak out, but I just want to go home. Look, please, just if there's anybody there, please, I just want to go home. You cannot go home. You are here now in the future. I don't understand. I thought the future is now, and you... Why are you laughing maniacally? It's so funny. I'm just pulling your leg. But I don't understand. If the future is now, is that not the present? Black and white person from the past. Yes.
Edit. Yeah, I mean, I had a great spring break. Like, me and my family, we went to Neptune, and it was like, you know, we were a little worried because it's like, it's so hard to dress for Neptune, but you know, like we looked good.
You know, you're right. Like, Neptune is so overrated. And you know, I think the galaxy, 3 galaxies from our galaxy, that is the best place to be in the moment.
Neptune is overrated.
Neptune is so overrated. Oh my god.
I wanted to tell you, Cindy, that I did stop at the gift shop before leaving the planet of Neptune. And I got you an I Love Neptune t-shirt.
Oh, you know, you're so...
It's okay. You can put it in the garbage.
The truth is, I haven't been to Neptune.
Oh, that's okay. That kind of celestial orange can only be manufactured due to Neptune's unique collection of gases, which when breathed in without masks kills us instantly, but for shirt manufacturing looks so good.
This radiating orange can only be manufactured in Neptune, but with the scientific advancement of time, we can now turn the orange into different prisms of colors.
Yes. My goodness. I'm so glad you're my classmate. You know, like, even though our teacher is like still in recovery from being ghosted in a non not in the modern day use of the word ghosted, but like a ghost was there. Like, I feel like we've gotten so good at like independently teaching ourselves. And I feel like you teach me every day.
You know, here is a pen, and you can write your autograph here and put is overrated.
Oh.
Okay. I'm putting it in quotes with like a fun smiley face and squiggle hair.
Now it says Neptune is so overrated.
It's our joke.
Edit.
Joke.
Okay, this is your captain speaking. We're on the last shuttle flight out to Mars. The time is now, it is 9 a.m. according to one person on the flight, but it is it is Planetside 12 noon. I'll be honest, it is quite a sad time being your captain here for the last shuttle to Mars because, well, I'll be honest with you. Time, it's gotten away from us. We are watching the Earth, our beautiful Earth, burn, and we're going on to other planets just now. And whilst I know it's an exciting time for many people, it's actually quite a sad time. I know my co-captain, well, when we said goodbye at the airport at Heathrow, they said, "Don't forget me." And I instantly never saw them again, so I assume they're forgotten in some way. But listen, the most important thing to note is that I feel nostalgic for Earth. I feel like it's important to remember everything about it. Its seas, its lakes, the trees, the various mountains that you could climb, even the terrible takeaway.
Oh.
What's important though is that we learn from this. We learn from our mistakes and stuff and make sure that we don't do this again for future planets. Now, Mars currently is now livable, but who knows where we'll be in a millennia, 2 millennia, 3 millennia time. I know I'm just a lonely captain on the last shuttle to Mars, but, well, I remember the day that Earth fell. Please fasten your seatbelts and your luggage will disappear in and move around during transport because we are leaving various gravitational pulls. And, well, I'll speak to you on the other side. Thank you.
Let's go back to the living room.
Back to the room for sure.
So many wonderful things happening. So many wonderful questions. From Carla. Thank you, Carla. Do you think you're a funny person?
In what way do we mean funny? So, because I'll tell you, I think I am funny, but whether or not somebody else thinks I'm funny is a completely different thing. And maybe they think like, "Oh, she's funny," meaning I wouldn't get on the train with her. I don't know why I said train. Just any local transport with me.
Sorry, carry on, Andy. Andy, go.
Andy, go.
Can
Andy,
I
go.
answer? I think I'm funny, but I don't know how to do stand-up yet. So that's the right answer. Like, you as a person, your replies can be funny, but if you intend to like put that funny into a line and do a stand-up, it's a different. If you think you're funny, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I just to clarify to people who might not know who Carla is with Queen City Comedy, and she when we called out for questions at the top of the show, one of the many amazing questions came from Carla, who has she taught some of us? And she's asking us, "Do you think you're a funny person?" And I'm like, "Okay, Carla."
This feels like a note of some sort, yeah. So do you think you're a funny person?
Well, I know I'm odd, but I don't think that's a bad thing. But Fiona, when you mentioned about getting on transport, like Sonia, who is part of this team, who is based in Boise, Idaho, I'm going to be meeting her in the flesh soon, and I'm a bit nervous about being in transport and spending a few days with her because I'm like, what if I'm too like weird in real life? So I don't know. Maybe it'll be a barrel of laughs.
How about you, Elvira?
I was holding back because when I'm around amazing, incredible people like you guys, I feel wonderful. But I feel like my emotional default state is like the sadness from inside out. So yeah. I don't think I'm funny, but I feel funny and wonderful when I'm around.
Oh.
I love that. Chris?
I normally don't think I'm funny. But I do think that I am often observing situations that no one finds funny, where in my head I'm thinking, this is hilarious. This is so good. This is really, and so like for instance would be like if I'm just like in a cafe and like there's a line of people and like let's say like two people are talking to each other about something that's like very, very serious to them, like craft beer, but they're talking about it like with the gravity and gravitas that like Robert Downey Jr. might give while giving an Academy Award speech. Like I will just be watching them as if they're my Netflix. I'll just be like standing there watching them, and I don't care what anyone thinks in that moment because hey, I'm getting free entertainment now.
I love the idea though that people watching does have a subscription and you have to pay like $10 a month or something now. I like the idea because if you get cut off and everyone's just blurred and you're like, oh, interesting conversation. Oh, it's locked in some way.
On that note, y'all want to do some scenes?
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel funny.
My child, I named you ha 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 ha, so that you'll cry for the rest of your life.
Mom, thank you for naming me ha 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 ha.
Welcome. Ha 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 ha.
I would like to let you know that your dream of me pursuing a life in comedy coming true, Mother. But that's the good news. The bad news is that I would like to abbreviate my name to Ha Ha.
Tag out Andy. All right, it's a comedy night at the Laugh Shack, and next up we've got the disco singing comic.
That's the time of the night. Down and boogie with your chums. Sandals in the night with your disco.
Edit. We got shirts. We got shirts here, folks. We got fuck the government time shirt. For sale. You can climb out of the sewer hole. No cops are around.
Got the money to buy them shorts. I'm gonna wear them right now. Ah, yes. We reclaimed time.
More power to you. I'm not taking your money though. It's government money.
Oh, then how do I repay you, kind stranger?
Look, this is a shady farmer's market, and I like to be paid in sentient alarm clocks.
Oh, I do know a sentient alarm clock. Let me call him. David.
Hi, Josephine?
David, I got
Josephine.
the t-shirts you wanted. And
Oh
this
my
kind
goodness.
stranger.
Hello, kind stranger. Do I get to live with you now?
I've heard about you, but getting to see you in the flesh, wow, I'm really excited to meet you. I hope you don't think I'm too weird.
Not at all. Not at all.
In fact, you see more of our kind, isn't it, David? He seems similar to us.
I would gladly go home with you, kind stranger. What's your name? And what is your social security number?
I'm Roscoe, and in the spirit of sharing, 0, 0.
0, 0.
I know we're bonding. I have been like low level. Like I don't identify myself as a criminal, but it does look like you're maybe trying to steal my identity under the guise of getting to know me better.
Absolutely not.
Edit. All right. Are you ready? What's the difference between a giraffe and a crane?
Their neck.
No. So it's like I don't know. What is the difference between a giraffe and a crane?
I don't know. What is the difference of giraffe and crane?
Right. Yeah. One of them has hydraulics and the other one has high...
It's enough.
I mean, I need an ending, so I was hoping you could come up with an ending. I mean, the laughing, great. I appreciate it.